What's up, road dogs? Now, I told you about a letter from Charlie Lee. Well, wasn't Charlie Lee. At least, I hit reply and I sent it back to him. And it wasn't Charlie Lee. Let me just block his email address out so you don't... But the guy's pretty interesting. I've never seen an email like this. It's kind of weird. Let me see. My email, I guess, is bitcoin4 Litecoin at gmail.com. But so let me see here. How do we do this? Can you see this email address? I don't know anything about it. I just blocked out some of his email. That looks like an encrypted or some kind of fancy pants technology guru type of a email address. I don't know. Bitmessage.ch. It's over my head, that's for sure, but it don't take far to get over my head when you're talking about this stuff. So I'm going to read the letter to you. Hi, super cool videos. Keep it up. I don't have a YouTube account, so I send this message. That was kind of my clue in. Maybe this was freaking Chuck Lee, man. So I was thinking, man, this is Chuck Lee, man. I started calling him Chuck Lee because I thought he was my homeboy now. You know, so figured, you know, me and Chuck. What's up, Chuck? I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to say up, Chuck, but, you know, all that good stuff. No, well, you know, it's kind of, you work at Google, you probably be like, hell no, there ain't no way I'm getting me a Gmail. I'm sending my stuff. It's like this guy calls right out of the dark web, you know what I'm saying? I have no idea what to do in the dark web. I wouldn't even know where it's at. But I think .ch is probably there. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So, I don't have a YouTube. This is in response to a video I had a while back. I'll put a link in the description to that video. So, he's responding to this video. Yes, it would take very few modifications to adapt code to Litecoin and have smart contracts for Litecoin. Rootstock will probably port their code for Litecoin. Check www.rsk.co. Now, I'd never heard of Rootstock before, and I've since kind of looked into it a little bit. You need to go to that website and read what they're doing. I mean, it meets my criteria of something. It makes Bitcoin stronger, you know, and that's what's needed. We don't need an Ethereum to come out and compete with Bitcoin, you know, that's started by a bunch of hedge fund managers who worked at Goldman Sachs. That's not what this area needs. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of Ethereum at all. Anything that potentially competes with Bitcoin, I don't like. That's why I like Litecoin, because Litecoin supports it. It's subservient to it. And I would actually, I'll just throw this in there. This is one of the things that I've been thinking about since I've understood what Rootstock is a little bit in this head, you know. I mean, I don't know what it's all about, but Rootstock, root works under the ground, right? And Bitcoin is the flower kind of thing, you know, and the roots do all the complicated stuff, and, you know, that's kind of my remedial understanding of what Rootstock is. But this is just my idea of how you can make Bitcoin appealing to everybody. I mean, and it's kind of the way I think about the way Litecoin and Bitcoin work together. You know, I think of gold as $1, but, you know, it's not really $1. And then I think of Litecoin as a quarter, you know. I would like to see down the road, when, like Vitalik's super smart. I love the guy, man. I just think, I think he should have stayed and put all of those talents and resources into the Bitcoin thing rather than going off and getting, I think he got schmoozed by, some slick pants, slick talking dudes, who said, we're gonna back in, we're gonna do all this happy horse manure. Trying to keep it a family show, folks, and it's really not. No, so I was saying, something with Rootstock, it could possibly down the road, with like what with Ethereum, how fast the blocks are made. You could have Rootstock linking Bitcoin and Litecoin, and then someday down the road, when it really does get mass adoption, then have nickel coin come out. So that's 1/95th, and then have copper coin come out, like a penny. That's 1/100th of a Bitcoin. And then that way, and just kind of like here, how the way I kind of view Litecoin working is, what it's like now, right? Like, my buddy over at, Baltimore Hourly, Adam Meister, he views Litecoin as a penny to Bitcoin, which is cool with me. And I think a lot of the traders do. But I think as this space evolves and more people come in, and this is my thinking, is I'm gonna play that trade like it is gold and silver. And so I'm just gonna keep buying Litecoin. But then when it does reach that wequilibrium of 1/20, a quarter, 1/4 of a Bitcoin, now then, we're still really early in this space. I talk to people, it's like, you ever heard of Bitcoin? No. Really? Because I'm like eating this stuff up all day. And I apologize to people who are like in the ham radio and stuff, and but this is what I'm interested in. And this is not a Bitcoin channel. This is not a cryptocurrency channel. This is my channel. This is whatever I'm interested in. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm interested in right now. So go back to the email here. So wait, did I say that? I didn't finish it. Anyway, so you got nickel coin and penny coin coming out 20 years from now, after people really start seeing, oh man, this Bitcoin thing's awesome, Okay, well, it's not really fair for the people, who come in 10 years from now, and want to get into the space, and crap, you got, Bitcoin millionaires, but it gives them a way to catch up. Kind of like me. I want a way to catch up to Bitcoin. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I like Litecoin so much. And so, that's what I'm doing. And I think the more people who are like me, who missed out on the rise up of Bitcoin, get into Litecoin. It supports Bitcoin, and it's a good thing. But and then I don't need to be rich off of making. I don't need to trade and get rich overnight. I'll work. I don't mind working. I love working. It makes me feel good to work. I don't want to sit at home in my underwear and trade altcoins and try and get rich that way. I can just tell you right now, that probably ain't gonna work. It might. It probably will for some people, but some people are gonna lose their butt for sure. There's always winners and losers, no matter what you do. Anyway, back to this. Well, this is where he starts getting technical and loses me. Here is one possibility for smart contracts and how it could work. You would lock some Litecoins, sending them to one address. The key to unlock those Litecoins would not be yours, but sent to another blockchain, the sidechain. which I assume is Rootstock. Now on the sidechain, you will have one coin equals one Litecoin, and you control the key to spend those coins on the sidechain. It's provable because everyone will see that you have effectively locked some Litecoins to an address. How to unlock the Litecoins again? It will probably depend on the conditions of the smart contract or on the new chain, or probably you could just use an exchange for that. But essentially, the sidechain will be backed by both security and value of Litecoin. You can experiment with smart contracts and sidechain without ever changing anything to how Litecoin is working. It's way better than Ethereum because Bitcoin and Litecoin are the ultra secure and sidechains that have their own parameters, faster block time, smart contracts, etc. You can check what Rootstock is doing for more info. You are right. That's exactly what people don't get about Litecoin. Being a copy of Bitcoin is not bad. It's a strength, both for compatibility and security. Redundancy is what makes the system stronger. A main and a backup in case of failure. Litecoin makes Bitcoin stronger. And then he says, well, I even think Litecoin is better than Bitcoin. Wink. And I actually kind of do too. And I don't want to say that because I'll do a different video on that, why I think Litecoin is even, I prefer Litecoin over Bitcoin. But anyway, but I don't want Litecoin to overtake Bitcoin. I want it to support it because I love the concept. And Bitcoin is far too valuable to, throw in the can, But no, you're right. That's exactly what people don't get about Litecoin. Being a copy of Bitcoin is not bad. It's a strength for both compatibility and security. Redundancy is what makes the system stronger. And a main and a backup in case of failure. Litecoin makes Bitcoin stronger. Now, see, this is where I'm getting into my do I need light? This is where I get into my idea about the four currencies. So right now, Bitcoin is experiencing trouble, right? The blocks are really slow. Well, if you had that equilibrium up with Litecoin, okay, and you have the Bitcoin network that's the monster, that's just 10-minute block times, it's just plugging along, boom, boom, boom. And then you got Litecoin, which is a little bit faster. Boom, 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 boom. And then as technology increases and we can do things a lot faster, then we switch, then we create, and people know what the heck it is. Everybody's doing it now. It's had its, what do they call it? The AOL moment, where everybody comes to realize, oh, wow, this is stuff, we're going to use this. And, so then you create Nickel Coin when you can mine on your phone and everybody can download the app, download a miner, and you create your private keys offline or whatever. It would probably be a good way to store them offline securely. Nobody even have to worry about it. Maybe you'd have 2 operating systems in your phone, one for your wallet and the other one for your phone and everything else. That's 2 totally separate. I would like to see that, by the way, if there's anybody out there that's a developer. Steal my idea, please. That's why I'm giving them out here, so you guys steal them. But so then you got, then as technology progresses, Litecoin, then we have this Nickel Coin, and if everybody accepts it, which why wouldn't they? Because they're going to be able to catch up to Litecoin after Litecoin and Bitcoin are, I think they'll be worth. I really think Bitcoin and Litecoin will be stupid expensive. I mean, just stupid expensive. I don't even want to say. But anyway, so then, yeah, well, let's do this. Yeah, people will like this Nickel Coin, and then it'll catch up to Litecoin, and it'll be faster, and it'll make Bitcoin and Litecoin stronger, like Litecoin can do for Bitcoin now. And then, 10, 20 years down the road when it's like freaking lightning fast, but blockchain is kind of like a monster, and then you just, so you create penny coin, and, but you'd have to have somebody trusted, like Andreas Antonopoulos or Chuck Lee or somebody else to release those things, because you wouldn't want just anybody releasing them. You would have to have some well-respected, ethical people giving their thumbs up for it. Somebody like me. I would have to give my approval. Well, actually, no. Everybody would. See, we're little people. We're the ones that give these cryptocurrencies power. You have to understand that. You give the dollar power. The government doesn't give it power. You do. You give gold power. You give Bitcoin power. You give Ethereum power. And you give Steemit power. You get everything power. As soon as you say, I'm not giving you power anymore, and you turn your back and you walk away, it's done. Because you are the one that decides. And I've decided Litecoin. And if you believe that, you join me, and we'll take it to them. But no, I think that makes Bitcoin stronger, and I think that would make Litecoin stronger. But this is just an interesting email. It made me think for days, a long time. This guy crawling out of the dark web. How awesome is that?
I'm coming to. Hi, I like your channel. They turned me loose from a state hospital. Yeah, they did.
No, but it's signed TID, and I was like, why would Chuck Lee sign his email TID? And I thought, the incredible developer. No. But I hit reply on this email, and I said, Chuck, baby, is that you? And he said, no, I'm just a fellow Litecoiner. So, it wasn't Chuck Lee. So I guess I better start calling him Charlie Lee till he does become my homeboy, right? See ya.